Hi, how are you? Hope you are fine. Today, we are going to discuss our next topic, the capital needed in farming. The capital needed in farming. We already studied that the modern farming method it's need a great deal of capital. Modern farming method, farmers they want to use more money because they were purchasing seed, HYV seed, fertilizers, chemicals, pesticides, etc. So they need to spend a large sum of money to arrange their capital. Then, so the farmers now they want to use more money than before. How they were cultivating earlier, more than that they want to spend now because they want to purchase all these items. Most small farmers they were borrowing money from others to arrange their capital. Small farmers they were borrowing money from others to arrange their capital. They borrow from large farmers. They were borrowing from large farmers or they were borrowing this from traders or the money lenders who supply various input for cultivation. So small farmers they were borrowing money from money lenders, traders or big farmers to arrange their capital. So they were borrowing money. Then the rate of interest on such loan is very high. They were ready to give loan, but they were charging very high amount of interest rate. They are put a great distress to repay the loan. They were borrowing money from others to arrange their capital and they want to pay high rent, high amount as interest. Then they were put great stress to repay the loan. Example is the Savida is a small farmer. Savida is a small farmer. She plans to cultivate wheat on her 1 hectares of land. Savida, she was a small farmer. So this year she decided to cultivate wheat on her 1 hectares of land. Besides seeds, fertilizers and pesticides, she needs cash to buy water and repair her instrument. So she decided to cultivate wheat on her 1 hectares of land. So what are the things she needed? She needed seed, fertilizers, then chemicals, cash to buy water and repair her farm instrument also. She want to spend money to repair her farm instrument also. Then she estimated that the working capital itself would a cost of minimum rupees 3,000. So if she want to cultivate her 1 hectares of land, she needed rupees 3,000. Then she was a small farmer. So she want to arrange this amount. So how will she arrange it? She will borrow this from large farmers or traders or money lenders. Then look. Then she doesn't have money to arrange this. So she decided to borrow from Tejpal Singh. She decided to borrow these 3,000 rupees from Tejpal Singh, a large farmer. Then Tejpal Singh, he was a large farmer. So Savida decided to borrow this money from Tejpal Singh. Then Tejpal Singh agreed to give Savida the loan at an interest rate of 24% for 4 months. Then Tejpal Singh, he was ready to give the 3,000 rupees to Savida. But one condition is the interest rate, it was 24% for 4 months. For 4 months, he was ready to give this amount, but she want to pay 24% as the interest rate. It was a very high interest rate. Savida also to promise to work on his field as a farm laborer during the harvest season at rupees 100 per day. Then now itself she want to accept that agreement also. During the harvest season, she want to work as a farm laborer to the fields of Tejpal Singh. Then now itself he fixed the amount 100 rupees daily. She will get 100 rupees. For 100 rupees she want to work in his field. It's a second condition. First interest rate it was 24% for 4 months. Then after that she want to agree to work in his field during the harvest season. Then she will get rupees 100. This also fixed. This wage it was quite low, very low wage he promised to Savida. Then Savida know that she will have to work very hard to complete harvesting in her own field. She understood that if she want to work for Tejpal Singh's farm, she want to work hard to harvest in her own field. And then she want to work as a farm laborer for Tejpal Singh. So first she want to harvest her crops. After that she want to work for Tejpal Singh also. Then Savida knows that she will have to work very hard to complete her harvest and harvesting on her own field, and then work as a farm laborer for Tejpal Singh. Then harvest time, it was a very busy time. Harvest time, if the crop is ripened, it's okay, means soon it's want to harvest it. So harvesting time, it was a very busy time. As a mother of 3 children, she has a lot of household responsibility. Then she has a mother of 3 children, so she want to look after her household responsibilities. Then along with this, she want to cultivate in her own field and she want to work in Tejpal Singh's farm also. Then Savida agreed to these tough condition as she knows getting a loan is difficult for a small farmer. So Savida, she know this condition it was very tough. Then there is no other way for her. That's why she was ready to agree all the demands put forward by the Tejpal Singh. Then only she could cultivate in her own field. She decided to cultivate in her 1 hectare wheat. She decided to cultivate wheat in her 1 hectares of land. Then she don't have the capital, so she decided to borrow this from Tejpal Singh. But Tejpal Singh, he put forward some condition. First one, 24% interest rate for 4 months. Then she want to work in his field during the harvest time. Then she will get only 100 rupees. So she want to work hard in her field. At the same time, she want to work Tejpal Singh's field also. So it is the case of small farmers. Then the medium and large farmers, they have their own saving from farming. Then small farmers, they were borrowing money from others. At the same time, medium and large farmers, they had their own savings from farming. Then last year they were cultivated, so they have some earning. So this earning they use it to cultivate for next year. So large and medium farmers, they have their own saving from the farming. They thus able to arrange for the capital needed. They were able to arrange the capital because they have their own savings. Then how these farmers have their own savings? How they have? Because they were cultivating large plot of land. Then there were the owners of the big areas of land. But here were small farmers, their land only below 2 hectares. So they were living in a difficult situation. At the same time, medium and large farmers, they were able to arrange their capital. Then here is the story. Let us discuss the story so far. We have read about the three factors of production. What are the three factors? Land, labor and capital. Land, labor and capital. And how they used in farming. How they are used these three things in their farming. Let us fill in the given below. Among the three factors of production, we found that labor is the most abundant factor of production. So, labor is one of the most important factor of production. There are many people who are willing to work as farm laborers in the village. There are a lot of people, many people who are willing to work as a farm laborer in the village, whereas the opportunity for works are limited. These people, they were ready to work in the field, but the opportunity, it was very limited. They belonged to either landless families or they were dash. They were either landless families or dash. Here dash. What is? They were landless laborers or they were on small plot of land below 2 hectares of land. They were the owners of small plot of land. They are paid low wages. They are paid low wages and led a difficult situation. So, they belong to either landless families or they were the owners of small plot of land. They are paid very low wages and led a difficult life. Then in contrast of labor, dash is a scarce factor of production. Is the last dash is a scarce factor of production. Here, what do we want to fill? Okay, land. Land is a scarce factor of production. Cultivated land area is dash. Cultivated land area is dash. Here, limited. Okay. The cultivated area, land area is limited. Moreover, even the existing land is distributed dash. Here bracket is already given equally or unequally. So what we want to fill the unequally is correct. And moreover, even the existing land is distributed unequally among the people engaged in farming. So the land is distributed unequally among the farmers. There are a large number of small farmers who cultivate small plot of land. There are a large number of farmers, they were cultivating small plot of land and live in a condition not much better than the landless farm laborers. So, there are large numbers of farmers, they were cultivating small plot of land and live in a condition not much better than the landless farm laborers. To make the maximum use of existing land, farmers use dash and dash. What they want to use? Farmers use HYV seeds and chemicals or fertilizers. Both these have to increase the production of crops. So both these chemical fertilizers, pesticides or HYV seeds, good irrigation, both these they have to increase the production of crops. Then modern farming method required a great deal of dash. Modern farming method, now we discuss that, require a great deal of capital. Very good. Small farmers usually need to borrow money to arrange for their capital. So also we discussed that. Small farmers, they were borrowing money to arrange their capital and are put a great distress to repay the loan. Therefore, capital 2 is a scarce factor of production. Land is a scarce factor. At the same time, capital also is a scarce factor of production, particularly for the small farmers. Especially in the case of small farmers, capital is also a scarce factor of production. Though both land and capital are scarce, there is a basic difference between the two factors of production. Land and capital is a scarce factor of production, but there is a basic difference between these two. What is the difference? Dash is a natural resource. Automatically, land is a natural resource, whereas dash is a man-made. What is man-made? Capital is a man-made. Land is a natural resource. Then it is possible to increase the capital. It is possible to increase the capital, but land it is not possible, whereas land is fixed. It's already first topic we discussed that land is fixed. So whereas the capital it can increase. It is possible to increase the capital, but there is no chance to increase the land area. Therefore, it is very important that we take good care of land and other natural resources used in farming. So, it is very important that we take care of land and other natural resources used in farming. So, it is our duty to care land and other natural resources used in farming. So, this topic is over. It's a very simple topic. What is the topic name? The capital needed in farming. How did the farmers they were arranging their capital? Small farmers they were borrowing money from large farmers, traders or money lenders. Then medium and large farmers they had their own savings, so they were able to cultivate in their own field. Then small farmers they were borrowing, the interest rate is very high. Then other conditions also they want to accept, then only they will get their money to arrange their capital. So this topic is over. Okay, thank you.